I am really thinking about and wanted to encourage you to possibly think about being grateful for what didn't happen, being grateful for the things that you prayed for that never did manifest, being grateful for the jobs that didn't think you were the one. And because of that, you were forced to figure out your own business. You're listening to the Redefining Wealth podcast with Patrice Washington. This is the place where we come each and every week to learn more about what it means to chase purpose, not money. Today is a little different. It is Thanksgiving here in the US 2021. And instead of doing a traditional episode, I really wanted to do something quick and short and snappy and to the point so that you could, purpose chasers, spend this time with your loved ones and hopefully just really reflecting on what you're grateful for today. Um, I have had a different feeling about this particular Thanksgiving week. As I'm recording this, I have spent a lot of time reflecting, not just on what I am grateful for. I know a lot of times we think about answered prayers, right? The things that we've prayed for, the things that we've hoped for. And it's really easy to look at our lives and look around at the things that we can tangibly see or physically touch and make that list of what I'm grateful for: my family, my job, my house, my car. But something that's been on my heart quite heavy is reflection on the things that didn't happen and gratitude for the things that I spent a lot of time praying for. I journaled quite a bit about the things that I genuinely thought in different seasons I wanted. And when they didn't happen, I didn't necessarily fall into gratitude. I actually may have been angry or upset with God or just felt like I was left hanging or wandering around in the wilderness. How come I'm not getting an answer on this? I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. God, you said, which sometimes God said nothing. It's really more like, God, I want, and then it doesn't happen and we feel some kind of way. And I'm just getting back from a solo trip to Mexico where I really started to reflect more on being grateful for the things that didn't happen, being grateful for the relationships that didn't last, being grateful for the jobs that didn't pan out, being grateful for things that didn't necessarily seem like something you should be grateful for in the midst of it. And typically, as we move on with our lives, we forget how much we wanted something or how badly we thought something was ours, not realizing that maybe there was so much more in store, or there were some experiences, acquaintances, situations that we needed to experience in order to be who God knew we needed to become. Not what we wanted, not what we were necessarily hoping or wishing or praying for, but the things that we would need for our souls to expand into what was most needed in this lifetime. And so, on this day of typically thinking about all the things that we should be grateful for, the things that are tangible, the things we can see, I am really thinking about and wanted to encourage you to possibly think about being grateful for what didn't happen, being grateful for the things that you prayed for that never did manifest, being grateful for the jobs that didn't think you were the one. And because of that, you were forced to figure out your own business, or the home, that didn't work in your favor. And because of that, you're actually in the neighborhood or the city or the state that you really should be in. Thinking about the relationship that didn't pan out, the way that you thought it would. But because it didn't, what did you learn about yourself? And who's the person that you did meet? And what are the possibilities now that maybe you're not tied to a relationship? I just think that sometimes we could reverse engineer this. And I was thinking about the phenomenon called hindsight bias. And so, hindsight bias essentially is the tendency upon learning an outcome of an event, such as an experiment, a sporting event, a military decision, even a political election, to overestimate one's ability to have foreseen the outcome. So it's colloquially known as the "I knew it all along" phenomenon. And I think that's what we get, right? Hindsight bias. So things don't work out, and then we go down a completely different path, and we act like we weren't just praying for something completely different. We act like, of course, we knew this was coming. This is amazing. This is awesome. But if many of us are honest, we were praying for something completely different, because the thing we ended up with, we didn't even have the awareness to pray for. We didn't even know to pray for it because our eyes were so fixed on something else. And so I've been personally taking inventory of different bits and pieces of my life and just sitting in gratitude for what didn't happen and who didn't come along. And thinking about how grateful I am that God knew better. That in my small mind, I believed that what I was asking for was the best. But thankfully, there was an infinite source that could look into my future and know exactly what I would need, who I would need, where I would need to be to become what was necessary for me to complete my destiny. And so at any given time, I feel like we're in the midst of that. We're doing the best we can, and we're asking with our limited thoughts and ideas about what's possible. But this is really helping me reframe when things don't go my way. That I still can be grateful, that I still can have a posture of gratitude, knowing that all things happen for me, not to me. And even when things don't look like what I prayed for or asked for specifically, it is exactly and divinely what I need in this season. And so as you think about these next couple days, what you're grateful for, I just wanted you to join me in thinking about the things that didn't happen and reminding yourself to be grateful for that too. Because all of it comes together to make us who we are. And I believe to help us fulfill our unique purpose and mission on this earth. So with that, from my family and my team here at Seek Wisdom, Find Wealth to yours, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving if you're here in the U.S. And if you're in all of the other countries represented by purpose chasers all over the world, still a really great exercise to do. And I send you peace and blessings and so much light and love. Until next time, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. So until next time, I want you to go live your life's purpose, find fulfillment, and earn more without ever chasing money. Talk to you later.